I'm good, thanks. How are you? I haven't picked up a cue today, so I'm just going to pot a few balls and then we'll get into it. Do a little bit of filming, a little bit of content creation today, and then just generally trying to clear the table from the break. Good, thanks Jack. Hope you're all good. Hope everyone's good. Be live hopefully a couple of hours tonight. Let's get straight into it. So trying to break and clear the table from the break. We'll do a first to 10 against a ghost opponent. How are we doing, Dob? Good to see you, mate. Thanks for the gift. Yeah, we'll do a first to 10 against a ghost opponent. So I'll be blue, the ghost opponent will be red. Anytime I miss, the red number goes up. Anytime I clear up from the break without missing, all of one colour in the black, the blue number goes up. See how many clearances we can get in that time. If I get a dry break, I'll just carry on as if my opponent has dry break. Same thing if I fail break. Alright, you're at the table. What colour would you go in this situation, reds or yellows? Write your colour in the chat, then I'll tell you what I would do and why. Think about it. See, a lot of people saying reds. Okay, so there is a reason why you might not want to go reds. So the reason why you might not want to go yellows is because you've got, this one's easy as a first ball, you just put the cue ball there and go first. This one isn't super easy. These three are a little bit tricky, but if you get rid of that one, it clears out the pocket for these two. The biggest issue with reds is the black. So black only really goes in this pocket, and these two yellows kind of block that position to be able to get into here. It might go into this corner and, yeah. I think me personally, I'm more likely to mess up reds than I am yellows. So for that reason, I'm going to go yellows. Like getting there on the black for me, I'd mess that up. Whereas if I can make that rail shot, I think the clearance on yellows becomes much easier. And in fact, this yellow goes past that yellow, so it's not too much of an issue. Right, so I'm going to play this one. I'll play that one next. Could play the plant. I've just got loads of options here with yellows, this is the thing. Could opt to play this one next to the black next. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go here, play this yellow to here. Okay, now all I need to do is leave the cue ball pretty much where the yellow is. And then with this one, yes, I am going to be running into this yellow, but I don't see that as a huge issue. If I just nudge it, it won't be too much of an issue. I'm going to be leaving myself this one. Most likely to then get on this one, which will then get me on this one, which will be here, for then the black in the middle. Right, so that finish again. This one, this one, this one for the black in the middle. So again, I just think reds there. Reds was so much more. You can the reds looked easy, and this is the thing. A lot of players, I think a lot of high-level players would have gone reds there, right? I don't know which side you are. That side. I'm not sure. Yeah, a lot of players, high-level players, would have gone reds there, but I think there was more room for error with yellows than there was reds. That was my point. But anyway, first frame, first clearance. How are we doing, Jake? Ugh. Right, let's smash these up. Okay. So that is one on blue, and again we're trying to get a clearance from the break. It's one frame and one clearance. Even though it was a reverse clearance, it still counts. Guys on YouTube, quick question: can you hear the music right now? Because I don't really want that. What's the name of the triangle? It's called a smart rack. The link to it is in my TikTok bio. Let's have more breaks. More breaks like that today, please. Right, what colour are you going, reds or yellows? Again, both have issues. One is probably slightly better than the other. They're both, neither is super easy. I think, yeah, I don't like these two yellows. Don't like the fact that this one, and this one, although it's close to a pocket, they're all on cushions. The reds dominate the middle of the table. The reds have two problems. That red doesn't go into that corner, so that's the worst red on the table. This red goes into this corner, but you've got to land in such a small space that it's sort of a problem ball. You're probably going to double this, or try and land on it first shot. Could I try and maybe play this one, come across and land there? If I can do that, I'll play this ball second. I'm going to do that, and if I don't land on this ball, I know I'll have this one as a backup. But no idea the order just yet. First shot, hit here, try and get onto this cushion. It's way too hard. So it will always be like that for the first few shots, I think. It generally takes me a few games to get into the speed of each shot. See, the more I look at that, the more I think that has like a quarter of a pocket that it might just drop if I play it dead weight. Maybe I should have done that first. Alright, anyway. going to try and attack the second problem. I'm going to try and get onto this ball for the corner. Okay, so we're on this problem now. And really, where's the black going? That might have been something to figure out, maybe. The black goes in that corner, so I don't have an issue leaving this ball last, but leaving it last is not going to make it easier. I think what I've got to try and do is go this one to here, pop this one, leave the cue ball where the red is pretty much, with an angle kind of like where the red is directly, hit that ball with backspin, and I want to try and aim for this space. I want to try and land on this red in there or in there, because I just think if I try and pot it in that corner, it's very missable. I've only really got a quarter of the pocket. All right, let's see. So again, what I'm thinking of is where I'm leaving my cue ball for this shot next. The one after this, basically. Roll forwards about ½ an inch. Okay, that should be good. Okay, and I'm trying to screw into this position, trying to hit the chalk. Again, if I overhit it, I should be leaving middle. I just can't underhit it. Always halfway, right? Halfway between the two. Nice. That's a bit annoying. I don't like taking it to the middle. I want to take it to the corner. The issue is this yellow is in the way of the natural angle. Saying that, yeah, if I play it with topspin, I should be hitting around here. It's then coming back here. It's probably going to hit one of these yellows and just. I just hope I'll be well on a shot on the black here. It's going to require a little bit of luck. I mean, I think I deserved a little bit more luck than that. I didn't think I was going to hit that yellow, to be fair. That's slightly unlucky. But that's what you get for leaving yourself halfway. I have a cut, but it's freaking difficult. Got to hit that so thin to try and get it in there. This will probably be the best shot I've played all night. I will play all night if it goes. Yeah, no, I was never too confident with that one. All right, so that is 1 and 1. So that's what you get when your position isn't perfect. You end up with, you end up with difficult shots. What can I say? Welcome, guys on YouTube, guys on TikTok. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll be asking you for what colour you want to go for on each break, or what you would do, and I'll tell you what I would do. And it's generally just my thoughts when I'm clearing the table. So this is different to what some of you might have been used to seeing, which is me playing matches. This is just a practice session with me talking out loud, basically. Otherwise, it's boring for everyone. Deserved the ball, I think, but. All right, what colour would you go, reds or yellows? Evening, Sam. I'm going to send that message tomorrow, buddy. Haven't forgot. Appreciate the gift, Sable Finesse. Okay, get your colours in the chat. What are you going to go for? Reds, yellows? Let's look at the problem balls first. With the reds, this might be the worst ball, but it does go to middle. It goes to middle. The issue with reds is if you could pop this one first, for example. That's probably the easiest first shot. But if you pop that and say then you pop that, and then you might be able to pop that, and then this one goes down here. These three are guarded quite well by these 4 yellows, so it's quite difficult to land in a position. You've got to be pretty accurate to land somewhere like this to be able to play that, and then finish with that to the middle. if you land here, you're losing your cue ball and you're out of position. So you've really got a really small window to land in. With yellows, obviously this is the worst yellow, but all you've got to do is land there and you've got a shot to the corner. The black doesn't go to the corner, annoyingly. So the black has to go to this middle, which tells me this one of these three balls is probably going to be last ball. I don't know the order yet. I'm making it up as I go. Let's go for this ball first. Try and get across table for this one next. We've got one to the middle. With this angle, what I can do, I can just nudge the black. What that's going to do, it's going to move the red away. The red's going to go there. The black stays roughly where the red is. And what that means is I have the option to be able to play this last, because then the black goes in this corner. If I play this ball last, the problem is getting into this position right now to play it in the middle. So I'm just going to try and nudge the black. I should be leaving myself this ball. So I'm on this ball, and most importantly, the black goes to the corner, so I have the option to leave that last if I want to. So really the hardest thing about this is getting into a position like this to be able to play this, screw into that red and then finish with the black. So what I'm thinking is, what ball out of these four gets me there in 4 shots time? And that is going to be... probably going to be this one. So I think I play this ball first to there, this ball second to there, this ball third. That gets me back out to here. I've got to land on a pretty good angle on this one to be able to just move out into this space and then play that yellow last. Could choose to play, just change the order slightly if I want to. Yeah, I'm just going to change the order. I'm going to play this one, then probably this one, and then this one goes in the corner. Still have an option to change the order if I want to. Not going to change the order, I'm just changing pockets. That one there, that's what gets me there, and then that's what gets me on that last yellow. So I don't need to be, and remember me saying 4 shots ago I wanted to be there. That's all I need to do, is be in this position. Ideally as straight on this yellow as I can be. Might have just come off just ever so slightly too much on this. The problem is, even if I screw into these 2 reds, there's a chance I snooker myself behind this one. So what I'm more likely to do is play topspin from this, hit this red, that will put the cue ball forwards and should end up around here for a shot on the black. I think that's what I'm going to do. I just hope this red doesn't come across cushion and snooker me. Problem is, this is very missable with topspin. Okay, I got very lucky to double kiss the red there. Got there again. Again, any questions, guys, feel free to ask. Just doing a little bit of a solo practice, talking through what I'm thinking when I'm playing. It's currently 2-1 on the scoreboard. Hang on. But yeah, if you guys have got any questions, feel free to ask. Links to all of the equipment is in my bio. That includes the table, the cues, the chalk, everything, scoreboards, and all that. The purpose of the black thing, you put the balls on. This cloth protects the grey cloth when you're dropping the balls into the triangle. How to arrange the balls for a beginner. Take a screenshot of that. Like, I'll give you 2 seconds. Take a screenshot of that and basically just copy it. But if you're confused about how to set up, then just Google it. I would say it's the best thing. All right, 2-1. 2 clearances, 1 missed ball so far out of 3 frames. Okay, again, write your colour in the chat. This one's not an easy one, but write what colour you would go for. Jeez. It's a terrible break, really. Is this a frame you would attack? I mean, I would, just because I'm me, but probably not if you're in a serious match. We look at all of the problems. Currently there are 1, 2, 3 problems on yellows, and there's 1 problem on reds. However, the problem on reds is not a good one, so I'm so tempted to play yellows. Alright, so the problem red really is this one. This is a really difficult ball. Don't think you can land on it there and get it. I think you miss it narrow. The problems with yellows, obviously this one and this one, but this ball is good to develop that one and this ball is good to develop this one. These 3 yellows are fine. The other biggest issue with yellows is the black. If you go yellows and you clear them up, the black has to be doubled into this middle pocket unless it's moved. What's everyone doing? Is everyone saying reds? Everyone's saying reds or yellow. I don't even know what everyone's saying. Alright, let's try and go yellows. We're going to play this one and just try and move this yellow to kick it to around there would be ideal. Get it away from this red. Leave myself a shot on this. That wasn't good. That was a bit of a mess, to be fair. Well, I've got a plant. I mean, that's ambitious to say the least, but I don't really have another shot I can play. Got to play the plant right down there. Top spin through for this one to the middle. If I make this, it's going to open up the table massively, but I really don't think I can make this. I think I hit this yellow thin every time. Just. Stop. Okay. So really now the biggest issue is the black. I think my next shot I could potentially leave an angle on this one to get my problem ball out. Well, I'm not too worried about that for now. I'm going to do that though. I'm going to play this one, go into this yellow and hope to leave an angle on that to break that one out. Okay. Again, could play this one, then try and play this one into my problem. But if I play that and I don't land on my problem ball, it's my last ball, right? Whereas I could try and break into it now and hopefully leave myself maybe through the gap, at least a shot on something else if I'm not on that. But how do I want to hit this? I want to go straight into it. I don't want to hit cushion first. Go straight into it. Let's try and power straight into it. Get lucky, get lucky, get lucky. Yeah, I mean, I can still see the yellow first, but it's requiring a little bit of luck now to land on one of these last 2 yellows. And I'm very close to my work here. Just going to top spin through. It's going to hit this yellow, then the red, and the cue ball should, if it hits this red, ideal, because then it frees the black up for this pocket, but I think it goes past the red. And if it can get somewhere like that, I'll be absolutely buzzing. Got to focus on the pot. Oh, don't do that. That's such a catch-22. Got the black out and then covered the yellow pocket. So now the black is very difficult. Oh, does it go? Again, I don't like those shots because this is covering up at least a third of the pocket. So it's like such a small pocket for the black. I'd much rather try and get to here if I can. So the way of doing that, and this is very missable, but if I can get this one with bottom left-hand side, kick into this cushion and land here, I should have a good angle on this yellow to either drop in this position or play here and maybe go into this red and leave it for the middle. Either way, it's all about the first shot. So a little bit of bottom left-hand side on this one. That's just more backspin than anything else. wow, I decelled on that massively. And somehow, how is that not dropped? It's like one of those golf videos, you know, when the golf ball goes over the pocket and you're like waiting for it to drop. I can't believe that's not dropped. To be fair, I would have been dead straight on this. I would have messed up anyway, so. Second ball missed, 2-all. God, that's such a bad shot. Just don't know if you saw the deceleration there. Yeah, one big tip, don't decelerate on a shot. So my timing was all off there. Slowed down before I got to actually hit the cue ball. Frustrating as well, because I thought that was going to go in, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You live and learn. Right, 2-2. Let's go. 2 on there, 2 on there. Right, we've got 1,000 of you almost watching on TikTok, 400 of you watching on YouTube. Yesterday it was the opposite way around. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. Twice. Still can't get this cue ball under control right at the minute. Right, what colour are you going? Reds or yellows? Your opponent's just fouled. Oh, it's not 2-3. Yeah, I played the drag. Well, yeah, I decel, which turned into a drag shot. Yeah. Just got to hit through the ball on each shot. Right, you've got ball in hand behind the line. There's no 2 shots. It's all just 1 shot. What colour are you going? Reds or yellows? Right, so we look at the worst thing about yellows, and that's the black. The black, you have to land here for it here, which is not a really good position to be in. But if we look at the reds overall, they're very spread out from each other. Like these two are quite separate from these ones, so it's going to require good position. Also, if you go reds, you can't really rely on moving the cue ball anywhere on this side of the table because all the yellows kind of block that. So I think for that reason, I'm going to go yellows. And just hope maybe my last shot I might be able to land here and then be able to play this to land here or something like that. I'm not too worried about landing on the black. Let's figure out an exact pattern. So this is kind of like, the way that I would describe this is kind of like a ladder. So you work your way from this area to this area and then to the black, just naturally working to the black. So there might be some people who maybe play this ball first. I would say get rid of these 2 first, then this one, then this one, this one, this one, this one, black, something like that. So what I'm going to try and do is go for that one first, that one second, there, because if I mess this up, I've got options, right? But which one third? I think third, fourth. If I overhit this, then I've got a backup ball here, which will leave me here. But I'm trying to land there, then there, then there, then there. So it's kind of like a drill. Let's see how it goes. Oh, don't even look at the pot. What an idiot. I wasn't even looking at it. I was just looking at the cue ball. Let's carry on anyway. I'm not going to count this one though. As a frame that I've cleared because I didn't. Let's see if I could have got the exact order though. Look at that. Would have got it as well. If only I was concentrating, I would have got it. Okay. Got those last 4 yellows though, so I'm happy with that. We'll take the positives. Anyway, that's 2-3 because I missed that first shot. Don't get complacent on the easy ones, that's all I'll say. Where can you find my pool table? In the link in my bio. Not Amazon. I mean, you might be able to, but good luck. I assume delivery would cost about £400. All right, 2-3. Let's get a clearance. Come on. Okay. Trying to get this cue ball on this back cushion is the bane of my life. Did it that time, just no ball with it. All right, what are you guys going, reds or yellows? Let's hear it. Not an easy finish. If you don't know how to control the cue ball, it's all about practice. That's literally all it is. Okay, so we look at the bad balls for yellows. The black is the worst ball for yellows. This ball, probably a close second. These yellows are terrible. That's going to be the deciding thing about yellows. With reds, they're tricky, but they're definitely gettable. You might have to play a plant here or there. So this is going to be your first ball. Really, the hardest thing about reds is getting into a position like... I personally like landing here and trying to play a plant and going plant followed by plant. Because say if you get here, pop that ball and then maybe come here and pop this ball, you're going to have an issue trying to get back on that red. Because you've got to get back up to here at some point, right? Or there. It's going to be difficult using one of these 4 reds. So for that reason, I'm going to try and play a plant second on those. It's not a super easy shot, but if you get it, the rewards are high. Okay, be as straight on it as I can. And again, if I get this, screw back slightly, I'm leaving myself a plant on these 2 as well, which is problem number 2. Because again, if you pop this one early and then try and get back on this, it's going to be difficult. So back-to-back plants here. And then if this goes, it should be a fairly straightforward finish. Only issue might be the black, but not too worried about it. Alright, so the finish. 1. Where does the black go? Only really goes into that corner. So you've got to choose which one of these reds is going to be the one that's going to get you there. I think we play this one, this one, this one. Try and get back out here for the black corner. So again, a little bit of top right hand side, drop into this position. Closer to the black, the better. Quite hard enough. Should be able to make it, but just not quite hard enough there. Should have been about that far away. Closer over. Further over. Could cut this to the middle, but no. Let's play it on. Alright, what was the question? Why did you start the rack on the cloth? It protects the grey cloth. When you drop the balls into a triangle, you leave little divots in the cloth. Or really, scientifically, dust collects underneath the cloth. And that's why sometimes when you're in like a pub or on a cloth that's quite worn out, you might have trouble getting that front ball on the triangle to sit. So that's effectively what this prevents. Alright, there's 690 of you watching on TikTok, 680 of you watching on YouTube. Cheers, bro, appreciate that. One of us has to be good at pool, eh? Alright. What's that? 3-all. Cue ball back to this back cushion. All there. Another dry break. Infuriating. Good split again, but just dry break. All right, this one's a very, very difficult finish. How are we going, Wilbur? I don't know an exact order on either ball because they're both very difficult. But if you were at the table, what colour would you go? Remember, identify your problem balls first. And then figure out of the problem balls, is there one that's slightly easier to work with than the other? Right, let's look at the worst reds on the table. 1, 2, probably the worst red. You could potentially play a cross double on that first shot to plant into that, but you just wouldn't. With yellows, you've only really got one really bad yellow, which is this one. This one isn't great because it doesn't go into that corner, but you can plant off cushion and pot that yellow. So this one, if you can develop this early, then do it, and yellow should become easier. This isn't a mega easy yellow because it doesn't go to the middle, but it does have both corners available. So what I'm looking to do, this first yellow with topspin, pot it in the middle. If I can break that yellow out, worst case scenario, I should be leaving myself a shot on this, if not this, and then we go from there. Just got to make sure I hit the yellow, really. The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm like thinking I'm going to miss it. Free, be free. All right, so it's free-ish, and I'm on the 2 yellows that I thought I would be on. Definitely going to play this one, although that does make this one then a really difficult ball. But if I can get on this one, say if I land here, I can then pot that one, and I might be able to have an angle to get into this position for this into the middle, so I'm not too worried about it. This one I'll come back probably last ball, but we'll see. So goal with this, if I can get somewhere like that, that'd be great. Too much. Way too much. But it's not the end of the world just yet. Because that yellow can go into that corner, it can also go to this middle. So if I play this with topspin, I'd hope to have an angle to be able to get around the back of this red and land somewhere like that. We'll see. Need to get around the back of that red, or hit it. Not too worried if I hit it. Do this hitting cushion first. Okay, so I'm on this to the corner, which is nice. Really, the biggest issue now becomes this yellow. It doesn't have this corner to go into because I moved that red. So the hardest thing is going to be getting... Does it go? It goes, ignore me. Right. I'm going to try and topspin through as much as I can here. I leave that one. I'll try and screw into the red, maybe. All right, play this one. Very missable, that's a missable shot, but pot that hopefully, land in this position, pot that yellow, and I'll try and pot the red. Because then, say if I leave it here, I should be on this one, worst case, but I might have a shot on this yellow to here. And it should make the clearance a little bit easier, but we'll see. Just got to make sure of this shot first. Make sure of that shot first. Make sure of that shot first. Let's pot in, let's see what would have happened here. Said that was missable. Oh, that's so frustrating. Am I on that? Maybe not. I wasn't on that. It's a good job I did miss that ball because I would have been infuriated by that. Anyway, we move on. Appreciate you guys hitting that sub button on YouTube, follow button on TikTok. If you get faced with an ad on YouTube, please do watch it, even if it's just 5 seconds. Very much appreciated. Everything helps. All right, let's go again. That is 3, 4, I think. So I've had 7 breaks. 3 of them have been clearances from the break, 2 dry, 1 break, and 4 of them I've missed balls. Let's leave a nice easy finish with this one. Alright, let's hear what colour you go, reds or yellows. It's the whole point of the channel, otherwise I'd just be boring me playing. Plenty of players just play, I might try and make it a little bit different. What am I doing here? Trying to get the cue ball, that's what I'm doing. Figure out where the cue ball's gone. Alright, we're going yellows. So, worst thing about yellows, this ball, don't have a free shot to break it out. So, do I try and land on it, maybe from this ball, or try and break it out with one of these? Don't know. If I can get there at some point, I can play it and go into that red, that'd be good. But don't really want to leave that too late. So, another problem on yellows is this ball. So I'm going to play that first and screw back to around here, pop that second, try and get there for this one third. And then what do you do? I think you try and get up there, this one, there, this one, get that red out of the way for this one, finish with this one, and the black goes there. Easy, right? Leave me the angle for it. Knew I was going to want to hit that. All because I had to hold position for this yellow. Should have rerouted, got greedy. I knew the cloth wouldn't have the speed for that shot. I couldn't hit it any harder, because otherwise I wouldn't have had the angle on that last yellow to go into the red. Alright, that is 3, 5. So, the carbon fibre cue that I'm using to break, it's being able to control the cue ball has always been my biggest weakness. With the break, I'm noticing I'm getting much better splits, and it's easier to split. But it's really a way, it's because I'm so used to trying to put like absolute everything into a break, and you don't need to. So for me, I'm trying to like harness the power and focus on control. It's very difficult. It's not natural for me to stay still on the break. A lot of players don't move their body, whereas I'm very much like I get my body into it. So let me try and do one where I don't move, see if it makes a difference. I mean, cue ball didn't go down, but no ball went down either, so, and it's a bad split, so I don't know what to do. Might have helped if I'd ironed the table beforehand, but anyway, alright, we move. Reds or yellows, what colour are you going for in this position? All the yellows, I mean, they don't all have pockets, but I don't really have a first yellow. So I'll play this one as a cut. Let's play this as a cut and then see what we can make happen. Cool. Perfect. Absolute flawless pull. Really? Alright. I'm not counting that one because I didn't break properly. I did a soft break. Let's get the body back into the break, eh? Any questions, guys, feel free to ask. A few familiar faces watching. Be sure to say hi. See, this front ball won't sit. This would be a good split ball. Okay, so it's 3-5. I'll put the other point up in a sec. Much better split there. I told you they were going to split correctly because the balls were tight in the rack. 2 seconds. What colour would you go for here, guys? Get the phone back on Do Not Disturb. I can't get any messages. Okay. What colour would you go, reds or yellows? You could definitely choose either. For me, this situation right here is just awkward. Because first ball, you've got to either plant that one into the yellow or this one into the yellow because you can't see anything. Like you can't pop that one direct. It's just very missable planting that. With reds, you can pop that first, easy. This isn't a great ball. These two go. I think you're just safer with reds based on the first shot, although could play that first on yellows. Then you've got to come back all the way up for these. Yeah, just based on the fact that I can't see an easy first yellow, I'm going to go reds. Okay, and I've left myself a choice of really like 3 or 4 balls here. This, I don't consider this the problem. I could potentially leave this till last because it will leave the black into the corner. So I'm not worried about this ball. If I play it now, I'm only going to be able to get to about here and that leaves no easy second shot. This is the problem you want to attack. So, could play it as a plant, could play that one first. I think I'm going to try and get to around, do I play that? Try and aim for where this yellow is pretty much. And I've got that one. Come around the back of this red to here next. Oh, that was a bad shot. I didn't take any waggles there, that was rushed. That's why I've ended up where I have. Didn't time that one at all. Not the end of the world, just a little bit complacent, so need to fix that. This one next, that one's going to go corner to here. So that ball there to this one, that ball to there. This one goes last, black. Or I might switch up the order of those last two depending on the angle. This is missable. Yeah, I'm just going to change the order for the last 2 balls. I am going to play that last. This one to here, that one to there, that one, and the black goes last. Don't need to do anything fancy. I don't mind leaving the black long because it's quite close to a pocket. Alright, so that's 4-5 because I didn't put a point up for the last one. Red wiped his feet. Yeah, you're always going to get that. If you play them soft on a winner, you're generally going to get. You're going to make them. Pro, definitely not. TikTok/YouTube player. That's how I would describe myself. Look at that, that's shocking. Basically, I need to either recloth this or just iron it every single day, which is annoying. Fargo rating. We don't have Fargo ratings in the UK. There's no such thing. Low County A is what I would describe myself as if you're from the UK, based on tournaments I enter and stuff. Again, pretty good break. Annoying that nothing's gone down, but yeah, what colour are you going here? I think there's only one choice. Yeah, I mean there is, but it's not an easy first shot. No, it's a 7 foot by 4 foot table. It's got to be reds again, you're right, but it's the first red. First red it's missable, but if I play that, I'm just going to be careering into these three. At worst, I should be leaving myself this ball, but I don't know exactly where I'm going to be finishing for this. So I need a little bit of luck not to tie this red up with these two yellows, I think. That's the worst thing that could happen. Does that go there? Does that go there? It might not. Of course it does. Flies in. All right, so we've got the order for all the balls now. We split it into a 3-3-1 pattern. So we figure out which of these three is the transition ball to get us down table for one of these balls next. And the exact order is going to be, drum roll, 1 to there, 2. This is the transition shot. I want to be straight on this because I want to go straight back to here. Play that one 4th, this one 5th, this one 6th, black goes 7th, same pocket. Might not have left a good one here. I don't mind landing high on this red actually. Oh, didn't think we were going to leave it that side. That's not a good shot. Wrong side. I thought I was going to end up here, which would have been fine. Alright, so top spin this through. I can't screw back, so I'm going straight into these yellows. Top right. It's just poor. It's just poor. Everything about that was poor. So careless. Alright, let's masse around this red and hope for the best. It's just awful pull. Second I got out of position there, it just threw me and then just rushed my shot. And that's my worst habit at the minute. I'm finding I'm running out of position on shots where I'm going 1, 2 hit instead of like 1, 2, 3, 4 and taking my time on it. It's all up here, it's a mental game at the end of the day. But if you know what you're doing wrong, then you know what you need to work on, right? It's much better than not knowing what's wrong. I did rush it, you're right. Absolutely. And I'll often find that the reason, and a lot of people do that, the reason why you tend to rush those shots is because it's a relatively difficult shot and you want to get it out of the way. And that's why you rush it. Okay, so that was a gimme as well, that clearance. An absolute gimme. Finally. What are you doing then? I mean, I potted a ball, but this is not an easy finish. All right, let's do this. Got 2 problem reds, got too many problem yellows. So I play this ball, try and get this red away. If I can get that red up to here, I should be leaving myself an angle on this red to screw into that red, get it out. I mean, that's not what I intended, but sure. I think a lot of people will probably play this now. I don't really want to, because I want to get rid of that. I don't think I've got it though. This red is you're only really able to get that red out with that ball. Do I do it now? This is going to go wrong, just know it. No. Come back to it. You need to be here because I want to play it next. Too much. This is why now it's becoming an issue. Can't get it out. Do I try and go straight into this yellow now? Bowl into it from this ball? Maybe. Let me give it a go. Oh, it's not unlucky, but it's sort of unlucky. Can't cut this yellow. I can't cut this. Give me an American table. I can cut this every day of the week, but I don't think this goes on this table. No chance. Wow. Overcut it. Okay. All right. So, as you can see, the wheels have started to fall off, but we move on. We'll keep going. Setup costs altogether. This table is about £1,700 to £1,800 delivered in the UK. What a tune. TikTok, you are lucky tonight with all this absolute old school bangers going on right now. Okay, so the last two frames have been terrible, but is it 5? 4. 4 or 5? I don't know. Let's fix it. So I was just going to say I'm going to break from here instead. Come on, go in red, thank you. Okay. Alright, bit of a better one than that one. Noted. Although, it's another just disaster split. What are we doing here then? What are we doing here, reds or yellows? Thanks for the gift, Chloe, really appreciate that. You guys write your answers in the chat. Yeah, there's absolute bangers on TikTok, not just music, bangers. You can't have music on YouTube, so I've literally got my phone speaker up there playing, so YouTube can't hear it. I mean, I asked you what colour you want to be, but really it's irrelevant because this is just not a clearance. These 4 reds are fine, but these 2 reds make it almost impossible to clear reds. With yellows, this is probably one of the hardest things about yellows. And then from there, obviously there's the issue of all of the problem yellows. So, saying that, technically all the yellows have pockets. Do I play that now? Kind of need to. I'm going to play this now just because I kind of have to, because it blocks the pocket for this ball. Alright, so I'm not too concerned about that. Well, they're still tricky. There is somewhat of a finish here. I don't like this yellow. What I can do is play that yellow into the edge of that yellow, send that yellow around the table somewhere, and screw through this gap for that yellow. What that will do is it will open up the pocket for this yellow to be able to go in that middle. So I'm aiming to miss this. It could go wrong, so I'm playing it at speed to screw through this gap. Didn't get through the gap. Didn't get through the gap. What was I thinking? Oh, God, it's so poor. Again, 3 frames in a row, that's been awful. Hit the jaws, pop that, boom, we're back. I'll just go in. Alright, so 3 absolutely tragic frames back to back. So again, we move on. Currently got 600 of you watching on both YouTube, 600 of you watching on TikTok. Be sure to hit that follow button, sub button if you haven't already. We're playing up to 10. Trying to get clearances. Obviously, the blue number is how many I've cleared and the red number is how many I've missed, which is not good. Right now it's like 33%, so not good. I give myself a little bit of a break though. The last 3 frames have been very difficult to clear up. Okay, best break of the night, hands down. Hands down the best break I've probably hit since I've had this cue. We're definitely going yellows, and let's get a finish. 2 breaks I've had from this side, and they've been decent, so I might have to stick with them. First shot, play this, move that yellow further towards that pocket, leave this yellow. Could have done with... no, I'm not too mad at that actually. That yellow goes through the 2 reds, so... Alright, so the order. Little bit tricky. This yellow isn't great. I might have to leave this now. Where's the black going as well? Okay. I'm going to be playing this one instead of leaving this. I've got to play that one second. That then leaves me here for this one 3rd, 4th, and that leaves me there for 5th, which then gets me here for 6th. So let's do it. Have a choice. Could change this order now. Have the option to. Am I going to? Basically, there's 2 routes, and this is often something that players tend to mess up, is when you overthink patterns. But I've got 2 choices. Play this one, screw back to where I am now roughly, play that one in there, land here, play this one last, travel down this side cushion, play the black. That's option 1. Option 2, play this one, get to here, play this one, and then come up here and play the black in here. So I'm just weighing up the 2 options at the minute. I think option 2 has less that can go wrong with it. So I'm going to go for option 2. Saying that, this could totally go wrong for me. Could easily go wrong. If I'm to hit this, it's massively wrong. Just left hand side here. What is that pool table? It is a supreme winner, 7 foot by 4 foot. Are you using Strap and Superfine? Yes. The same cloth that's used on the Ultimate Pool Tour. It's widely considered as the best napped cloth on the market. And if you're looking for speed cloth, I mean, I personally like 861, which is in my opinion, the best speed cloth, but Hainsworth, is that Hainsworth Match? Or Hainsworth Pro, I forget which one. Don't really use it, but there's a really nice speed cloth by Hainsworth as well. I tend to either play on this, Strachan Superfine, or Strachan 861. Right, it's 5-8. Let's get another clearance. I'm wrong side again. Wrong side. Let's stick here because this is going well. Come on. So lucky. So lucky. All right, well, again, what are you doing? Reds or yellows? Write down your colour. I think we've got to go yellows, all because this red is completely tied up, this red's tied up. Reds are just not good. I don't love this yellow, but you could eventually leave it as a double. It's the first shot on yellows is really the trickiest thing. You play this one first, sure, but then what are you leaving? One of these two? It's just not easy. Whereas I think you get a little bit more control if you play that first and try and get maybe behind this red to leave one of like this one to that middle maybe. Or try and go around the back of the red to leave one of those in the corner. That's what I'm going to try and do. Could go wrong, but that's what I'm trying. Overhit that if anything. Kind of want it to be here because then I could have that or that. Not ideal. It's not the end of the world, but it's not ideal. Okay, that yellow goes up there. It's very missable, but I can pop that and then screw here and leave these two. The red just covers a bit of the pocket, so I've just got to be careful here. Right. And now it's just like a jigsaw puzzle, really. I'm just going to play this one, go into the red and the black, because that will open up for this pocket. The most important thing there was that I didn't hit the black too far, that it blocks the double, because that's something I'm going to be leaving eventually. So all I'm looking at right now is where I can leave this, how I can leave the double on the yellow. I might actually have to go into the yellow now. I think I've got to. Top spin, try and hit it out. Give it a little bit of pace so it gives the yellow a chance to get out, because most likely if I hit the yellow from that side, it's going to hit here and hit the red, and it'll probably stay where the red is. So I want to give it some pace and hope to avoid hitting the red from it. I mean, that's made it 10 times worse, maybe 100 times, something like that. Well, it doesn't double, it doesn't treble, it needs a miracle. Should have just tried to land on the double. Should have just tried to land on the double there. Knew it would get stuck where that red is. Just thought I'd have a lot more power going into it. Again, just didn't really get into it much. Oh, what can we do? Let's see if we can come up with something magical. I mean, the treble doesn't go, but I'm going to try and reverse treble this. Reverse quad. Oh, the quad was on if that just doesn't hit the jaw. Oh man, that's annoying. Anyway, we move on. That's a perfect example of why you don't leave your problem balls till last. The quadruple, was it on? I don't know if it was. If I hit that any thinner, any thicker, it would have got a double kiss on the white. Any thinner and I would have hit the red. So that was probably the best I could have done. If I played it softer, it might not have straightened up as much as it did, and it might have gone in as a treble, but it's a big if. Alright, that is 5-9. Ugh. Alright, we need 5 clearances in a row. Who's up for a miracle? Let's go. Oh, fucking joking. Alright, what colour are we going then? Reds or yellows? Reds or yellows? How about you? I'm going reds. I don't like either, but I prefer, like the 2 problem reds, this one and this one, I prefer them to the 2 problem yellows. And the first shot on yellows, you're not guaranteed to get those out or even land good on any of these other yellows. So, and then where's the breakout shot coming for these 2? You can't play it from this ball because this red's in the middle, in the way of this. So you're going to have to try and break the yellows out using these 3, and it's just not mega easy. So I can play this ball first. What I would like to do is leave this ball as like an insurance ball in case I mess up position on one of these. So play this ball, hope to leave myself that ball next. If the table rolls straight, that is. It didn't roll straight. What was that? I really don't want to play my insurance ball now. Really don't want to. Let's try and use this yellow just to like hold a little bit of position and break out my problem ball. You didn't hear me say the end of that. Let me use this yellow to hold the cue ball and break out my problem ball. I didn't finish the sentence. Do I like that red to the middle? Absolutely not. So I think I'm going to try and leave a double. When I say leave a double, I mean leave the cut to the middle. Problem with this is I can't play this at any speed to try and land on that red up there. So I've got to leave myself that red, and that's just awful. But we'll give it a go. To be fair, it was a choice of either be hampered by the yellows or be on the cushion, which they're both bad, but this is probably not as bad. Anyway, that's that. 5 and 10, 50% clearance rate. No. 33% clearance rate, my bad. Okay, what are we doing next then? Anything you guys want to see in particular? Drills or anything like that? Or do I do this again? Are you happy with me just talking through what I'm thinking? Being just generally weird? What's your thoughts? Let me know what you guys want to see. Still carry on with this? I'm happy to, if so. I'll just keep going until people start suggesting other things, really. Nice one, man. Glad to hear that. Go in, y'all. Not another one. Right. All 15 balls. Good challenge. I like it. Right, we'll take reds first then. Use this ball to break out this ball. Can I pop that in there? This is probably going to be second. Did I say this one? I meant this one. Obviously. Or do I get my problem ball out now? It's probably wise, isn't it? Let's get the problem out. Oh, go away, would you? Sure. Oh, keep it winning anyway, don't matter. Tell you what we'll do, just to change it up a little bit. Let's do a speed clearance. So clear the table as fast as I can. Under, let's go with under a minute, shall we? Clear the table under a minute. That's all the balls. See if we can do it in order as well. And finish with the black, of course. Put that yellow down. Nearly. Try and pot 2 balls in one shot. Cool. All right, that's enough sweating. Let's do something different. Should we do a drill? Let's do a drill. For anyone who's wondering about drills. So I really only ever do like 2 drills. 3 drills to like warm up. But otherwise I generally just try and clear the table. Alright, so the line drill, for those of you who are, you can do this as a beginner, an intermediate or an advanced player. It's just generally a good drill to do if you haven't played for a few days and you just want to kind of get back into hitting the ball. Yeah, it's a good drill for that. So the way, cheers for the gift window, kid, much appreciated that, boy. So what we're going to do, make it a little bit more challenging. I'm going to pot every yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then every red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the black. See if we can do it first or second time. Did I say I would only do it on this this side of the table. Have a day off. Alright, so that's the line drill. Next, let's do the crucifix drill, which again is a good drill for potting balls. What else? Just generally getting back to potting balls, basic positional play. Yeah, a good drill to do if you are just getting back to the table for the first time in a few days and you're just trying to get your cue arm going, basically. So all of the first 3 reds have to go in these 2 corners. So the first 3 reds go in these 2 corners, 7 yellows have to go in those 2 corners, 4 reds have to go in those 2 corners, black goes anywhere. You don't have to do these in order the way that I am, by the way. Load to bottom left, right hand side, load up, hit there, hit there, hit there. Pot there, what do we reckon? Let's land the cue ball on the chalk, shall we? Let's try. That needs to travel, I'll be honest. Don't really get into that. Alright, what next? How are we doing, Louis? Good to see you, mate. Alright, let's do one more drill. Let's do the circle drill, which again, for those of you who've seen my channel, this is all I ever do is these 3 drills, if I ever do drills. This one's my favourite for practicing overall cue ball control. And just generally, yeah, keeping the cue ball on a string. Practicing that anyway, so. This is a drill that you can make, it's not really a beginner's drill. An intermediate, you can make it intermediate or advanced. So the intermediate version would be that you can pot all the balls in any order at any time. With the advanced way, which is what I'm going to try and do today, I'm going to do it where I pot one colour, then the other colour, then the black. The object is that you're not allowed to leave the circle with the cue ball. So 6 red shootouts I'll do after this. Yeah, you've got to pot all of one colour, all of the other, then the black, and the cue ball is not allowed to leave the circle anytime. Yeah, I'll get some 6 red shootouts going on in a sec. Great. great shot. I need to play my reserve ball. It's not a good shot either. Technically, I didn't leave the circle. Alright, so I failed. I'm just going to carry on though, because I'm only doing this. I'm only doing this once. Didn't leave the circle. Did leave the circle. Let me see if I can play a cocktail on this red. Alright, 6 red shootouts. Let's do some 6 red shootouts. If you guys got any questions, feel free to ask. 2 balls in 1 shot. Let's see it. Shielded. Okay, 800 of you watching on TikTok, 600 of you watching on YouTube. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you could hit that follow button on TikTok, sub button on YouTube, would be very much appreciated. All right, 6 red shootouts, as requested by Window Kid. Let's go. Give me a time to get, and I'm not allowed to leave until I get that time. Make it realistic though. If it's unrealistic, I'm just going to wave you off. I've got to keep going until I get this time. Have faith. Have faith. Have faith. 20 seconds. I saw 20. Let's do 20. Sub 20. Guys, get your stopwatches out. If, and it happens a lot on this table, if I break and the balls don't split up at all, then I'll just re-rack. But someone get their stopwatch out and we'll see how it goes. So for those of you who've never done a 6 red shootout before, the objective is obviously pot all the 6 reds without missing, or ideally without missing. But you've got to pot all the 6 reds in as quick a time as possible. The only rules are that the ball that you're potting has to be stationary when you hit it, and the cue ball has to be stationary. So you're kind of running around a little bit like headless chicken, but they're the main 2 rules. Now I play, for anyone who plays a 6 red shootout ever, fastest I've seen is like 11 something. My fastest is 13.7. It's actually on my page. Whoa, appreciate the gift there, Moo Man. Much appreciate that. What was I going to say? So with my break, what I'll try and do is I'll try and hit that front ball to get it to go basically there, so that I have that as my second shot. What should first shot. What should hopefully happen is I have a shot that goes down the rail second, but it's never a guarantee. We'll see. All right, we're going for sub 20 seconds. That was that rail shot I was talking about, by the way. Didn't split up anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go. The first 3 are always bad. Got to give an exception for that. That is about 16 to 18 seconds 6 red shootout. 16 to 18 I would predict that was. That was quite fast. Did anyone time it? Appreciate that, Window Kid. That was definitely sub 18. 15:48. I'll take that, if that is the right time. I'm not going to beat that tonight, I can tell you that for a fact. The thing is, with a 6 reg, you just know when the balls open up like that, the key is to just not travel the cue ball. Every shot has to be stationary, and that's how that worked out. 15:14. I'll definitely be posting that. That was all right. It's the fastest one I've done this year, so I'll take that. It's always nice when you get it early, because then you're not sweating loads. I appreciate that, Jared. Window Kid's a regular, mate. He's basically a subscriber. Loves a bit of pool. All right, let's go again. Let's try and do 3 sub 20 seconds. 3 sub 20 seconds. Let's go. That one just didn't split the way I wanted it to, so I'm not going to waste my energy. If I know I'm not going to get 20 seconds from the break, I won't. I'll just stop. It's this song, man. It's this music. That's what's getting me going these fast times. Oh, you idiot. That would have been quick. That would have been quick. Just look at the fucking layout. If I'd read it, it would have been there, there, there. I'm just so focused on that first ball. Again, if you're someone who wants to get better at 6 red shootout, quick tip, once you break, you should be potting that first red within 3 seconds. If you want a good time. Don't hang about. No, that would have been sub 20. What are you wasting that for, man? That would have been a sub 20. All right, let's go, come on. $20, $21, something like that. 21-ish, I would say. Definitely wasn't 15. 19, 27. 19, yeah, it felt about 20. I'll use that as one of my quickest ones, I think. I'll basically make a video and post it tomorrow morning of me doing not my 3 fastest 6 red shootouts of the night. Hopefully that 15-second one is sub 15, that'd be great, but bit of a long shot. All right, let's go, come on. Ugh, look at that, frozen. Absolutely frozen. Try that on a snooker table, right. So I have this, I have a 6 red shootout on a snooker table. I posted it back in 2022 and I did it in 29 seconds. And that was waiting for the 3rd shot. I had to wait for the cue ball to stop. I was waiting for like 6 seconds. But I have done it in sub 20 on 30 on a snooker table. And that video is on my page. So if you scroll back all the way to 2022, you'll find it. All right, come on. Just a good split, please. Oh my God. The most infuriating thing about the 6 red shootout is if you're on a table that does not split. Difficult first shot there, wasn't in position for one. Your best time's not 9 seconds, but okay. No one does it better. Oh, don't flick those reds. Oh. Idiot. I just need one more sub 20 and that's it. I'm done. One more sub 20. That's 24. Yeah, there is a knack to it. You just don't want the cue ball moving, really. And like I said, if you can figure out what's your first ball, I'm always trying to play this ball to middle first. If you can figure that out, you can get in position and play the shot within 3 seconds. No, don't hit it that hard, man. Anyway, just needed to roll that through. Didn't want to waste time getting to the other side of the table though. Come on now then. Foul? I think it was. I'm not about to claim that and then look back and see it was a push shot. Play the whole game with a backwards cue like that. The 6 red shootout would be quite interesting, but I might give it a go later just for a laugh if I manage to get one more under 20 seconds. Appreciate that, Chris, on TikTok. Come on. Just getting 2 up for this. I don't know if I'll leave. Depends how hot I am. Don't know. Oh my god. Ew, that wasn't a foul. Oh, I would have carried on if I potted that. I just need one good split, please. One good split. Don't need a ball on the break, just need one good split. I was never going to get that. 2 on cushions, you can't be doing a 6 red shootout with 2 on cushions. It's amazing. Second, I've done about 20 now, or 15 or whatever. Second one was the best one. Never normally that. Normally it takes me 15 to even get one. Alright, come on. Why is it these 2 reds just keep tying up? I should iron the table really. Might get a bit of a chance if I were to iron it. But They're just not splitting. It's going to be now. It's going to be now. This is the one. Just these two keep tying up. They're fucking annoying. Excuse my friend. It's not good when it's hot. Do I change position? Don't really want to. Don't really want to. If it ain't break, don't fix it. Better? This is the one. That's why they have cushions. Stop. Shit. I'd have been about 25 if I potted that anyway, so not sub 20. All because I had a bad angle on that second ball. Third ball. We move. So how's your spelling, mate? I just need one more and then I've got a video. One more and I've got a minute-long video that I can use on TikTok. That other red threw me off there, and the fact that the other three reds didn't. Alright, I'm going to go front on break and see if that makes any difference. The only problem with this is I don't know what my first ball is. So you've got a decision to make early. Let's go. Oh my god. Right, let's try and make something happen here. Let's just put that over it and see if that makes any difference. Don't really know what to do. What can I do? These three reds aren't splitting up. If they're not splitting up, it's not leaving me a shot. What's your fastest time on here, JK? What's your fastest time on a 6-red shootout? I'm interested, generally. Okay, that's bollocks, but alright. The thing is, two things tell me from that. Two things. You haven't done it in 12 seconds and you are 12 years old. They're the two things. Alright, let me see if I can get a good split here. Come on. Finally. It's bad though. Stop. I feel like that was probably about 20, 22. It's just not good enough. Unless someone did No, mate, everyone's just laughing at the fact that you think you did it in 12 seconds when the world record is 12 seconds. 22, yeah, it felt like about 21, 22, it's just not good enough. Needs to be 2 seconds quicker. That felt like 20-ish. It's probably about 19 to 21, I think. I started to slow down a little bit at the start, but it picked up at the end. What was that? 18, 17, 17? 17, right, so I've got to do the calculations basically because I need to be able to make a 1-minute video that I can post on TikTok and make money. So, 15 seconds plus 20 seconds, 19, so 15, 19, 34. What was that one? 17, 34, 51. With me faffing around at the start to break, that'll probably be a minute. I'll leave it at 3. And you guys can see those 3 when I do them. I'll post them as a short, and I'll make it 1 minute long exactly so that it can be posted on TikTok and YouTube as a short. Any questions though? Got any questions, feel free to ask. Someone was asking me to do backward shots like that. I'll do that sometimes if I'm in a rush. I'll try and pop like this. It's very rare though, and I can't really do it as you've just seen. One-handed 6 redder. There you go. Alright, one-handed 6 red shootout. This one I won't do fast though. One-handed 6 red shootout. Let me put my, what do I put down? Not my cue case. Appreciate the gift window, kids. Legend, mate. One-handed 6 redder, including the break. That ain't gonna happen, is it? I'll do that again. Not even gonna get the first one. See, I don't even split on a... It's just annoying. Infuriating this game sometimes. I've done it in 13.7. You can see that on my page. Oh, this should have been a two-handed. Could have been a record. I'm just warming up. Objective number 1, don't get the cue ball on a cushion after the first shot. Appreciate the gift, Sir Trolley. Thanks, mate. What time is it? 10 o'clock. What time do I even go on live? 8:30? Can you remember? Can you remember? Tell you what, I'm going to use my other cue. I'm using my Shane Van Boning Ghost Edition cue. A little bit more weight to it. Look at that for a break. Sick. Ugh. Bit of darts. That didn't work. That was the first time I've tried that and it did not work, so I'm not going to do that again. Ever played American pool? Yes. I'm not very good at it though. Alright, let's do that again, because that was gettable. That was gettable. I'm just no good at float. I'm no good at one-handed shots where you're floating the cue in the air. I need to like rest it on the table. Come on, you. Let's have a good break, shall we? Perfect. Perfect break. Not so good. Can we come up with a pattern one-handed? Middle. Well, we'll see what happens from this. Middle. I don't think I can. Got to play another floaty shot. Don't want to. That's the obvious shot, but I hate holding the cue in the air and doing it. Can't do that. No good. How does that not drop then? How does that not drop? How does that not drop? Crazy. How does that not drop? Right. I think I'm done with the one-handed. I can't do it. I'm terrible one-handed. Cue power on this though. Alright, any other questions, guys? Any other challenges or anything like that? I've probably got another X amount of time left, I don't know. 6 red shootouts I'm done with though, I'm too knackered for them. Tell you what, let's get a clearance in under 90 seconds. A clearance in under 90 seconds where I'm not allowed to use the middle pockets. No middles. 90 seconds, let's go. Corners. Didn't have any corners to go for. Let's try again. In fact, I won't do this as quick as I can, I'll just do it. No middle pockets, apart from on the break. Don't know what Taiwan's 6 red run out is, unless it's different to English 6 red shootout. Do curve shots, I can. I tend not to because I like my cloth. Alright, corners only then. Let's go. Bad shot. Would have got it as well. Right, any other challenges? Opposite hand clearances, I'll be here all day if I'm doing that. Left hand only, again, I'll show you what it's like for me playing left-handed, but it's not good. I'll break right-handed, and then I'll try and clear up as many balls as I can left-handed. I can generally pop balls, but positional play, I can't really apply spin the way that I do right-handed, so it's very difficult. With just middle pockets is a slightly difficult thing that I might give it a go, but we'll see. I only ever give it like 1 or 2 tries, so it's normally too difficult. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, left-handed. All right, left-handed, let's go. Shooting soldier. Christ. She was close. That was the ball I was going to get. Meant to get. Look at this. Look at this absolute world-class positional play right now. Anyone else seeing this? Oh, come on. Right, I'm allowed 3 misses, right? That was my second. I mean, that deserved to go in, didn't it? I'm bored of this now. No, bored of it. Oh, not another one. All right, that might just be me done, I think. That might be me done. 2 balls, 1 shot. Never. Not like that. Any questions, guys? What is there? 400, pretty much 500 of you watching on TikTok, 500 of you watching on YouTube. Be sure to hit that sub button if you haven't already. Follow button on TikTok as well. I'm going to be back on my live stream probably tomorrow night, if not Tuesday night, one of the two. Today was just a live practice, so next time it will hopefully be a match. So yeah, yes. All right. Any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, that is me done for the day. If you're interested in any of the products you see, the table, the cues, the chalk, the balls, the scoreboard, not me, but everything else equipment-wise is available in the link tree in my bio, so be sure to check it out. If you're interested in a beginner or intermediate cue, you want your first ever cue, this is the one that I recommend personally. This is the Ultimate Pool Master Cue. Comes in 6 different styles. I have a link to this where you get a small discount if you use the code in my bio. As well, I get a discount on the break cue that I use, which can be used as a playing cue in American pool, but I use it as a break cue in English pool. It works really well in terms of getting a good split on the balls. This is the SB1 Ghost Edition by Synergy, Ghost Edition Synergy by Q-Tech, and you get 10% discount on that if you order it in the link in my bio as well. So, but yeah, any questions, I'll do my best to answer in the time that it takes me to basically pack my cue away. How long did it take you to get good? I mean, I still wouldn't say I'm like at a level I want to be, but I'm not striving to get there. I basically started when I was 5 and I'm now 38, so 33 years on and off. But I've been playing seriously from the age of 30 to 38. But I would say actually no, I was playing seriously from age like 5 to 19. Can you play in pH? What's that? I don't know what that is. Oops. Need to put the ends on these cues. Thanks, the goat. Appreciate it. But obviously, it sounds like you are the best. Is the live finishing? Yes. Does your playing cue come with the case? No, the master cue doesn't come with the case, if that's the one you're asking about. I'm getting a case for this one, but the master cue doesn't come with a case. But you do get there's a thing called a master cue bundle, which is a discount, and you get cue, case, extensions, and cue towel, and I think it's like an extra 50 quid or something. When the case on its own is like 70, so it's pretty good value, I would say. How big is the table? 7 foot by 4 foot. It's a full-size English 8-ball table. The link to it is in my bio. It's a Supreme winner by Home Leisure Direct. So to give you an idea, the case that you get is one like this. This is the cue that you get. You would get 2 or 3 extensions and a cue towel for I think like £180, and you get a discount if you use my link. So it's not bad value. I'm in pub practice every day at the moment. 7 ball sometimes, still not as good as you. I appreciate that, Julia. Do you prefer the winner or the Supreme match? I prefer the winner because I play on it more. But the match actually is a really nice table. They're both very similar. Any other questions? How expensive? It's about £1,700 to £1,800 delivered. Link is in my bio. I'm excited to try out the Rasson Apollo at the next Ultimate Pool event. We'll see how that goes. How do you get paid on TikTok? By having over 10,000 followers and basically creating content. All right, speaking of TikTok, saying bye to you guys first. Be sure to hit that follow button if you can, please, guys. It would be much appreciated. Just cut. Get the phone out of the holder. Appreciate all your comments today. Window Kid, thanks for tuning in, buddy. Dob as well, thanks, mate. Any other questions, obviously, feel free to ask. But yeah, feel free to ask. I'll answer them on the next one. But yeah, have a good evening, guys, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, on YouTube. Again, thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit that sub button if you haven't already, guys. I do have some videos that I've posted, some couple of short videos over this last week, and as well as a couple of long form content videos if you want to watch those. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in.